And authorities in Islamabad have closed major hiking trails and implemented a comprehensive traffic plan amid heightened security arrangements. According to an official notification, Trail 2, Trail 3, Trail 4 and Trail 5 have been closed effective April 20. And Pakistan is set to see its third telecom operator launch 5G services as the Pakistan Telecommunication Authority, PTA, has granted Ufone permission to begin commercial operations. The regulator has issued a commencement letter to the company, clearing a key requirement before the official rollout. Following this development, Ufone is expected to launch its 5G service within the next few days. And the Higher Education Commission, HEC, is set to introduce a blockchain-powered digital attestation system, enabling students to verify degrees online without visiting offices or submitting physical documents, the news reported. Officials said the HEC would introduce a blockchain-based platform through which applicants could submit requests and track applications. And Eric Dane lives on in Euphoria Season 3. The actor, who passed away in February after a difficult battle with ALS, made his first posthumous appearance in Euphoria Season 3, Episode 2, titled America My Dream, released on Sunday, April 19. And Meghan Markle issued a delightful update as she and Prince Harry returned to Montecito after wrapping up a successful Australia tour. The Duchess of Sussex is set to mark a big day soon, amid the growing talks surrounding her and Harry's UK comeback. And King Charles has faced challenge after challenge, including cancer diagnosis, the landmark decision to oust his brother, a slew of scandals, and he is yet to enter the fourth year of his reign. Even though the royal family traditionally does not take a political stance publicly, Charles has often exercised his soft diplomacy to help the UK government and even in the matters of the Commonwealth. And Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi discussed security arrangements for the planned second round of Islamabad talks with the United States ambassador to Pakistan, Natalie Baker, in the capital on Monday. President Donald Trump announced on Sunday that representatives from Washington were heading to Islamabad and they would be there tomorrow evening for a second round of negotiations with Iran, after the first round of talks hosted by Pakistan ended without an agreement. And Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif was given one of the highest honours in internet menswear fashion on Sunday, a glowing endorsement from the menswear guy on X. Derek Guy. The editor of Fashion magazine Put This On wrote how beautiful Western-style tailoring is often worn by men from non-Western countries. As examples, he presented three men: Emperor Naruhito of Japan, senior Nigerian economist Akinwumi Adesina, and Shehbaz, each with his own signature style. And the Sindh government has announced strict action against students and examination staff involved in cheating during board exams, following serious concerns raised during the ongoing matriculation examinations in Karachi. The exams have been affected by widespread allegations of cheating, paper leaks and bribery, raising questions about the credibility of the examination system. And Naran, a key tourist hub in the Kagahan Valley, is expected to reopen to visitors as authorities work to restore traffic on the Mansura-Naran-Jalkad road. The National Highway Authority has deployed machinery to cut through glaciers and clear snow, with traffic likely to resume within a few days after being suspended for nearly 6 months.
The Peshawar High Court has ruled that minor offences should not be treated as adverse entries in police clearance certificates, PCC, drawing a clear distinction between petty crimes and those involving serious misconduct. A bench comprising Justice Syed Madasa Amir and Justice Aurangzeb issued the decision while allowing a petition filed by a citizen seeking the removal of a minor conviction from his record.
And Chief Minister Maryam Nawaz has approved Punjab's first Skyglass Bridge project in Kotli Satian Maree district as part of a broader plan to expand tourism infrastructure in the region. The approval was granted during a meeting jointly presided over by Nawaz Sharif and the Chief Minister, where progress on the marine protection and rehabilitation plan was reviewed. And Karachi Kings passer Hassan Ali has backed concerns raised by Pakistan T20I captain Salman Ali Agha over the early promotion of young players to the national team, and stressing that emerging cricketers should only be given opportunities once they are fully developed. And speaking at a post-match press conference after Karachi Kings' 11-run loss to Multan Sultans in the 28th match of Pakistan Super League PSL 11 at National Bank Stadium, Hassan said Pakistan has a tendency to fast-track young talent prematurely. And infectious diseases experts have warned that Pakistan's HIV epidemic is no longer confined to traditional high-risk groups, with about 39% of infections now found among non-key, low-risk populations, including women and children. And while virus-related deaths have risen by more than 500% over the past decade, the news reported speaking at a press conference at the Karachi Press Club on Saturday. And experts from the Medical Microbiology and Infectious Diseases Society of Pakistan said unsafe injections and contaminated blood transfusions and weak infection control in healthcare settings were fueling a dangerous and largely preventable rise in HIV cases.
That. Mindy Cohn has long been a familiar face to television audiences, first breaking out as Natalie Green on the beloved 1980s sitcom The Facts of Life. Now, decades later, she's back in the spotlight for her role opposite Kristen Wiig in Apple TV Plus' Palm Royale, and for her remarkable resilience off-screen.
And Blake Lively is empathizing with Justin Bieber. The Gossip Girl alum has penned a message of support for the pop star after he made his comeback with Coachella 2026, criticizing the massive hate he received as a teen idol. And as temperatures climb across the country, electricity demand has surged, prompting the power division to request 4 liquefied natural gas, LNG, cargoes from the petroleum division, Geo News reported. In a letter addressed to the Petroleum Division, the Power Division warned that failure to secure LNG supplies could lead to increased load shedding. It cautioned that in the absence of LNG, power producers would be forced to rely on costly diesel, driving up generation expenses.
That. David Gross has won the Special Breakthrough Prize for Fundamental Physics with a whopping $3 million prize, as announced by the Breakthrough Prize Foundation on April 18, 2026. The prize honors scientists whose discoveries have contributed significant advancement to the development of human knowledge.
And ingredients: K&N's croquettes, 2830 croquettes. And a terrorist and his accomplice, an alleged suicide bomber, were killed by security forces during an intelligence-based operation in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa's Banu district, the military's media affairs wing said on Monday. In a statement, the Inter-Services Public Relations, ISPR, said an IBO was conducted on Sunday on the reported presence of Khawarij.
That. Islamabad. The momentum of economic growth in Asia-Pacific developing countries slowed to 4.6% in 2025 and is projected to drop to 4% in 2026 as fallout from the Middle East situation weighs on energy prices. That. Supply chains and external demand due to the conflict in the Middle East, said a new United Nations report on Monday. That. The 2026 edition of the Economic and Social Survey of Asia and the Pacific suggests that regional countries need to rely more on domestic and regional demand, that while carefully managing the shift to clean energy to avoid short-term economic and social disruptions.
And on World Liver Day, observed under the theme Solid Habits, Strong Liver, the Pakistan Medical Associations expressed concern over the increasing burden of liver-related diseases in Pakistan. According to PMA Secretary General Abdul Ghaffur Shoro, Pakistan carries one of the highest burdens of viral hepatitis globally.
That. Archaeologists have discovered a rare circular structure dedicated to a local Egyptian deity called Pelusius, according to Egypt's Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities. The 2,200-year-old religious building includes complex water infrastructure and was once connected to the Nile, suggesting it was used for sacred water rituals. That. Four contenders are squaring up to succeed Antonio Guterres as leader of the United Nations, which faces unprecedented global instability, wars and its own crushing budget crisis. Charles Michel Bachelet, Argentina's Rafael Grossi, Costa Rican Rebecca Greenspan and Senegal's Macky Sall will each face grillings by 193 member states and NGOs for 3 hours on Tuesday and Wednesday.
And Andrew Mountbatten Windsor may have been exiled from the royal fold, but it appears that he holds some influence which has made the British government nervous. Amid the ongoing investigation into the Epstein files released by the US Department of Justice, the disgraced brother of King Charles was asked to testify in front of the FBI. And two terrorists, including a ringleader, were neutralized after security forces conducted an intelligence-based operation in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa's Banu district, the Inter-Services Public Relations said on Monday. According to the military's media affairs wing, the security forces conducted the operation on April 19 in Banu district on the reported presence of terrorists. And Rawalpindi. A gunman who opened fire outside the Quran and Sunnah Academy of religious scholar engineer Muhammad Ali Mirza in Jhelum was killed in a police response on Sunday, while the scholar remained unharmed. The news reported that the incident occurred while engineer Mirza was delivering his routine lecture at the academy when an unidentified assailant suddenly resorted to indiscriminate firing. Amjad has been delivering food in Karachi for 6 years. His bike, a machine so ubiquitous in Pakistan it might as well be a national symbol, burns through 5 litres of petrol a week. When oil prices spiked in March 2026 and his fuel bill jumped by nearly a third overnight. He does not own the bike. He pays daily rental to a fleet owner and splits whatever margin remains between revenue and costs. Some nights after fuel and rental, and he clears less than 500. He has heard about electric bikes. He asked the same question everyone in his position asks: how does one pay an upfront cost for an electric bike? And that question is the crux of Pakistan's electric motorcycle problem. The economics are not in dispute. An electric motorcycle running on 1.4 kilowatt of charge per trip costs 40 in electricity versus 300 plus 325 in petrol for the same 60 kilometers. Annual operating savings run around 70,000 per bike, enough to pay back the price difference in under 2 years.
Lucky Mawat. 2 terrorists were killed and a police constable embraced martyrdom in a gun battle in Lucky Mawat district of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Police said on Monday. District police spokesperson Qudratullah Khan said the gunfight erupted when police conducted a targeted operation in a forest near the Kundan area bordering Banu district.
And at least 3 liquefied natural gas, LNG, cargoes destined for Pakistan are currently stranded in the Persian Gulf amid continued disruption around the Strait of Hormuz, according to vessel tracking data compiled by Bloomberg, and raising concerns over worsening electricity shortages as temperatures rise. Pakistan has been without LNG shipments for more than a month since the closure of the key shipping route, and increasing the risk of extended power outages across the country, according to officials familiar with the situation.